everyone, and welcome. Are you kidding, bro? Today I am going to be sharing with you 50 facts about myself because I love myself. 50 facts sounds like a lot, but when you're such like an interesting, dynamic individual like myself, you really have to cut things out. This was quite the struggle, but I did it. I thought this video would be somewhat interesting. Maybe you'll learn something new, who knows, we'll see. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get started because this video is gonna take a long time and I ramble, and now let's do it. Let's get the show on the road. Ready? Okay. I was born Ella St. Clair Burke, which is quite a mouthful, but when I was about 6 or 7, I changed my name to Ella James, which is a lot shorter and a lot easier to spell, but it's kind of boring. And I don't even have a middle name to spice things up, like it's literally just Ella James. Thanks, mum. Despite common belief, I'm not 12 years old, I am 18. I was born and raised in England, but I lived half my life in Australia, and now I'm living in Canada for a year, so you know, just getting a taste for the Commonwealth. When I was younger, the only pets we had were shrimp. We had 3 of them and they were called Inky, Pinky and Dinky. Fortunately, we made an upgrade, moved on to bigger and better things, and I now have 2 dogs. They're both American Cocker Spaniels and their names are Lily and Coco, and they're literally the loves of my life. I love spicy food. I'm one of 5 kids, which I feel like not a lot of you guys know that. But I have 2 brothers and 2 sisters, and I'm the second youngest, so not the oldest, not the youngest, not even the middle child. Oh my god, that is sad. I've never even thought about that. Okay. Whew. I have never met my biological father, which sounds a lot more dramatic than I intend it to be, but yeah, I've never met the bloke. Again, I feel like not a lot of people know this because I have a dad, luckily. Just found one on the street and I was like, he will do. The guy that I refer to as my dad in videos and on Snapchat and whatnot, good old Daddy Adro. He is technically my stepdad, but he's raised me since I was like 2 years old. Like, he's all I've ever known. Sometimes I even forget that we're not actually blood related. Like, we're close, we're tight, and yeah, I feel very, very lucky to have such a good father figure in my life. So shout out to you, Dad. Love you, miss you. God bless. I used to be obsessed with Doctor Who back in the day. I had like stickers, posters, I had little figurines, magazines, I even had trading cards. Like, I was obsessed. When I was about 7, for like 3 or 4 months of my life, I used to cry myself to sleep every single night because one of my brothers told me after I licked some blood off my knee, which, why did I do that? Kind of gross, ew. He told me that I was gonna go blind. As much as I love makeup, I don't think I could ever be a makeup artist. Like, that just takes skill, patience, and just general talent that I do not have. When I was 11, I broke my wrist ice skating on my mum's birthday, actually. Sorry, mum. I also cracked my head open on a kitchen cupboard. Blood splattered everywhere, it was really dramatic, but I survived. And I've also broken a multitude of like fingers and toe bones in my life. I'm a little bit clumsy, just a little bit. I am a true believer in everything happens for a reason. Like, no matter how sucky the situation may be, I like to think that you can look back, whether it's tomorrow, next week, a month, even a decade from now, and see the silver lining of the situation. Like, this sucked, but like, if this didn't happen, it wouldn't have led me to this, or I wouldn't be this person. I also love reading about my star sign, checking my daily horoscope, seeing if I have good love compatibility with like Channing Tatum, which we do, by the way. Like, look out, Jenna. I've been a bridesmaid twice, once at my parents' wedding and once at my auntie Cora's wedding, who got married at Buckingham Palace, which is kind of cool, kind of fancy. I love the look and the idea of getting a tattoo, but I'm just such an indecisive person. Like, I don't think I could ever commit to getting something like permanently printed on my body. I was born with sectoral heterochromia in my right eye. It doesn't affect my health or my vision or anything like that. It's just that the pigmentation in one part of my eye is different from the other. Yeah, it really has no effect on my everyday life, apart from in my selfie taking. Like, no matter what angle, what lighting, one eye always looks bigger than the other. It's really frustrating. I was also born tongue-tied, so basically I'm a mutant. A lot of people that are born tongue-tied have lisps or they have trouble eating, which I have neither of really. Like, it again doesn't really affect my everyday life. If you guys don't know what being tongue-tied means, basically the stringy part underneath your tongue typically connects to the bottom of your mouth, but when you're tongue-tied, the stringy part is connected to, like, I guess your jaw, like the gummy part underneath your teeth, your bottom teeth. So should I show you? This is kind of weird. We're all friends here. You see? It's really difficult to show you. So as a result, I can't really stick my tongue out that far. Like, that's as good as I've got. There's no licking elbows for me. Like, when I was younger, I didn't want to grow up to be like a lawyer or a doctor, not even a bloody ballerina. I wanted to be a hobo. Hashtag goals. I live for breakfast. It's my favorite meal of the day. I can wake up at like 11 or 12 and I would choose breakfast over lunch. Like, I love it. I am so bad about reading and replying to emails. Like, it's actually a problem. One of my favorite things is meeting you guys, my subscribers. Like, there is no better feeling. None. When I was younger, I used to mistake the my, how can I resist you part of Mamma Mia for white wine. How can I resist you? Basically an alcoholic from an early age, what can I say? I played soccer for 8 years. My newest Netflix obsession is The Mindy Project. When I was 10, I let my older sister cut my hair because I wanted to look like one of my favorite book characters. What was I thinking? More importantly, what were my parents thinking? Like, letting my 16-year-old sister cut my hair? I don't even know. This may come as no surprise to a lot of you guys, especially if you watched my last video, which was a top 5 MAC lipstick picks type of it. I'll have a link to it down below in case you missed it, but I am addicted to MAC lipsticks. I like to think I'm not a particularly fussy eater. Like, I'll try most things. I've had lamb's brains, chicken feet, like I will try most things. But the 4 foods that I just cannot stand are melon, mango, passion fruit, and cream, which I feel like are 4 of the most loved foods on this planet. I am nearly always late. Ask any of my friends, I am that one late friend. All of those memes on Facebook, I get tagged. It's pretty bad. I've gotten better, especially in the last year or so, but I used to be super bad. Yeah. I have 5 piercings, 2 low piercings in each ear, and then I also have my cartilage pierced. I was named after Ella Fitzgerald, who was an African-American jazz singer, which I'm neither of, but she was a really cool lady. When I was at school, my favorite subjects were drama, English, and child studies, even though the teacher was a bitch. Like, she was literally the devil reincarnated into a child studies teacher. Like, she had no soul. She was so rude and condescending and just really up herself, and I do not miss her at all. But she taught me a lot. She was a good teacher in that respect. Like, she taught well, but she just made you feel like the biggest idiot. I like to microwave my cereal, which people find really strange, but it tastes good. I think people think that I'm a really confident person. Like, even my friends, like, we're in a group situation where no one really wants to do something, and they'll be like, Ella, like, you do it, like, you're confident. Am I? Like, most of the time I'll do it, but I don't know if it's because I'm confident or I just don't really care what people think. And I don't know if that's confidence or just like ignorance or being like carefree. Like, I just don't care what people think of me. And I don't know if that's confidence. I do not have a logical or practical mind whatsoever. I can't look at something and be like, oh, this is how it works, or I should fix it this way. Like, my mind just does not work like that. But on the other hand, I don't think I have a particularly creative mind, so I don't know. I feel like that knock on the head on the kitchen cupboard did a lot more damage than we all realized. My 3 biggest girl crushes are on Zendaya, Macy Williams, and Ariana Grande. Why did I even hesitate? My goodness. This kind of goes against my British image, but I hate tea. One of my biggest pet peeves is the sound of people eating. Like, I cannot stand it. Particularly my mum and my younger sister are the worst of the 2, but I had 75% hearing loss in my left ear, I believe it was, for a good, you know, 2 months before my mum took me to the doctors. I've been to the doctors like a handful of times in my life because my mum's a nurse, and if your mum's a nurse, I'm sure you can feel me on this. Like, we have it tough. My dad is not any more sympathetic. He's like, oh, just toughen up, princess, you'll be right. I've gotten laryngitis the exact same time every single year for the past like 4 years now. And it's always at the most inconvenient time, either before my birthday or holiday. Last year it was before my big year 12 drama performance, so, you know, had no voice like the week before opening night. It was great. I cannot wink for the life of me, so if I see a cute guy in the bar, you know, giving him some, he'll probably think I'm having a fit. I've inherited this habit from my mum to always check behind me before we leave somewhere, which has saved my bum and my friends' bums quite a few times, because there's been things that are left behind. I'm like, guys, you might want to get that. But the one time I didn't, I was in a food court with my sister in the city, and we'd just been shopping and we were leaving, and I was like, oh, I didn't look behind me, hashtag rebel. I leave behind a shopping bag full of clothes. I was so angry at myself when I realized, so we went back and it was gone. As if that habit wasn't already like engraved into my mind as it is, it's even more so now, especially after that experience. My all-time favorite pizza is pulled pork and slaw from Crust Pizza. Beautiful stuff. Okay, this one's kind of weird, but my pinky toes barely have nails. Rather ironically, I hate wearing socks and enclosed shoes. Like, if I can avoid it, I will. I had braces on these pearly whites, which my teeth aren't exceptionally straight. I had them from when I was 11 until like 12 and a half, which is crazy. So young. And last fact, number 50, is I hate cockroaches. I have a genuine phobia of them. When I was about 12, I left my school uniform on the floor, which I live in Australia, like that's a huge no-no. And the next morning I put on my school uniform, look in the mirror, and there is a huge black shiny thing crawling up my mother freaking face. I've never screamed so loud in my life. So yeah, there is 50 facts about me. I hope this video was somewhat interesting / entertaining. Let me know in the comments some facts about yourself, because I'd love to read those. And also make sure to check out my social media links down below. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! Next I have faux, which is kind of similar to Velvet Teddy. I'll just show you, just for, you know, some comparison. Wow, I'm such a good beauty guru. There you go.